For John Joe O'Neill, but it has to be unlikely. There you are, Graham.
And the early pace being set by River Falls in the red cap, wide of Arctic Tracker, the rank outside of Coral's Dream, the rail. And then Rodrigo de Triano in the spotted cap is the back marker, following White Blade in the pink cap. And they race through the first furlong. And it's River Falls who's doing the hard work from the front, the leader. Arctic Tracker is the horse with the noseband, White Blade on the outside, Coral's Dream tucked in behind the leader, and the spotted colours, Rodrigo de Triano is just being held up to pounce inside the final furlong. So it's still River Falls leading from Arctic Tracker and White Blade being asked to stretch on the outside, and then Coral's Dream as they pass the ford, and Rodrigo de Triano is still just the back marker. And they come down to the halfway stage in the Laurent Perrier Champagne Stakes, and from the front, River Falls as they pass the three by a length to Arctic Tracker in second, and now Rodrigo de Triano and Willie Carson start to get closer. White Blade is outclassed, drops away to be last. Coral's Dream tries to keep on, but as they come down past the two, it's River Falls the leader. Here comes Rodrigo de Triano in the spotted cap on the outside. Still 2 lengths to make up on River Falls, but Rodrigo de Triano is eating up ground, and they come down to the final furlong. And here Rodrigo de Triano is given the office, and he goes on by a length by 2, and Rodrigo de Triano is coming clear by 3 to 4, and Rodrigo de Triano wins it at the post. Rodrigo de Triano the winner from River Falls second, Arctic Tracker third, Coral's Dream a respectable 4, White Blade fifth of 5. And so this Group 2 race has gone to horse number 4, Rodrigo de Triano, in the colours of Mr. Robert Sangster, bred at the Swettenham Stud. This one trained at Marlborough by Peter Chapel-Hyam, ridden by Willie Carson, for whom a double this afternoon on Laurent Perrier Day takes his score to the season to 109. The 11 to 8 favourite for this Laurent Perrier Stakes has beaten number 1, River Falls, into...
There you are, Graham.
Tactically, Rodrigo de Triano from stall 1 hasn't held that early position, and the power horses, the speed horses, River Falls and Power Lake, take them along, and Rodrigo de Triano is last. So he's going to have to be a very good horse to win from that position, and he's going to have to pull wide, and he's going to have to come round. But it's Bruce Raymond setting the pace on River Falls. Drawn 4, got the rail. Then Power Lake, yellow cap, John Reed on the left. Balajidar, the blue colours in behind. Lion Cavan is swinging along well. Eden's Close still has Rodrigo de Triano behind him, and they come halfway in the Newgate Stud Middle Park Stakes. And as they pass the halfway pole, Rodrigo de Triano is still sharing last place, the favourite. River Falls the rails, Power Lake, Balajidar. Now Rodrigo de Triano, stall 1, has had to pull wide to finish. Then Lion Cavan can't be ruled out. They've got a quarter of a mile to go, and it's still the rail, River Falls. But look at this serious racehorse, Rodrigo de Triano, really quickening the tempo. Steve Cawthon takes Lion Cavan wide. He's chasing, and he's got pace, and he's finishing well. But Rodrigo de Triano has got first run on them now, and as they go up towards the line, Rodrigo de Triano from Lions Cavan, who's closing as the post comes, but Rodrigo de Triano keeps his unbeaten record. Lions Cavan is second, and then River Falls third, followed by Power Lake, Balajidar, and Eden's Close did well to stay so close to them for such a long way. And so the result then of this, the Newgate Stud Middle Park Stakes, a win, and an impressive win for me. Better than the book suggests, outpaced early on, finished well, came home well, unbeaten, son of El Gran Senor, number 6, Rodrigo de Triano, in the colours of Robert Sangster, bred at the Swettenham Stud, so homebred, trained at Marlborough by Peter Chapel-Hyam, ridden by Willie Carson.
Cardoon is now in, finally Tertian, and Steinbeck into 16 to 1 now from 20s. They're all in nearest to us. The striped cap of Muhtaram, next to him in the white cap is Badia, but that's it. Away they go in the 2,000 guineas. A little slowly away, Arctic Tracker, but the first to show in the lead is River Falls. River Falls up towards the wide outside with the red cap, followed by Pursuit of Love, running fast in second, then Swing Low. Dillon is on the premises, so too Thorius after these, in the end of the first furlong and a half, Wild Rufo. Then reading back to Lucky Lindy, followed by Cardoon for France and Steinbeck for France and Tertian for France. The back markers, Badia with the favourite Al Nazar Al Washik, and right at the rear of the field, Rodrigo de Triano and Muhtaram. But they're coming down now towards the end of the third furlong, up on the outside, River Falls, nearest to the rails with a white cap, Badia. Thorios is right there with the leaders, so too in the green and yellow jacket, Lucky Lindy. On the extreme outside is Swing Low. They're inside the final 5 furlongs, the final 4 furlongs now, halfway then in the guineas, over to the stands of Graham.
And Thurios has been taking a keen hold. That's up there in the maroon cap. Pursuit of Love's bang with a chance. Nasser Al Wasik, the favourite in the yellow colours. Steve Cawthon asking him to go to work now. Quite a bit to do. Only 2 or 3 horses behind as they come past the 3. Rush down to the 2. And Thurios from the front. Pursuit of Love, the apricot colours. On the outside, swing low with a run. Then comes Tertian Silver Wisp. Rodrigo de Triano and Lester Piggott are going well. Nasser Al Wasik starts to pick up ground. Running the rail, Lucky Lindy, but it's Pursuit of Love in the lead. But here on the outside comes Lester Piggott in the white cap on Rodrigo de Triano. And as they come inside the final furlong, it's Rodrigo de Triano. More significantly, Lester Piggott's going to take his 30th Classic. Rodrigo de Triano's going to take it at the line. Rodrigo de Triano the winner. Lucky Lindy is second. Then Pursuit of Love beats Silver Wisp and Mutaram. And behind these, Thurios and the field trail back to Dillon, who was last but won last of all was Arctic Tracker. This is the final sponsorship of the General Accident 2000 Guineas under that flag. But by gum, they've gone out with a bang because Master Lester Piggott has won this. The 6-to-1 shot on this son of El Gran.
Walter Swinburne heading for a 7th Irish Classic win. Gone in, Irish Memory in also, so we're ready to go with the early Coolmore Irish 2000 Guineas. Rodrigo de Triano jumps out last, but he did likewise at Newmarket, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. In the early stages, Irish Memory, the leader, being followed by Portico and Lucky Lindy, with a brief truce just behind these towards the outside. Zood in the blinkers on the inner, and Rodrigo de Triano is last of the 6 as they race across, having covered over a furlong. And Irish Memory makes it on the rail. Lucky Lindy in the green colours in 2nd. Portico between horses. Zood tracks them in 4th. They're followed by a brief truce, and Rodrigo de Triano, the odds-on favourite, is the back marker of the 6 as they run around towards the 6 marker. And Irish Memory and Lucky Lindy, little to choose between the pair. Zood tucked in on the rails just ahead of Portico. Brief truce with the noseband is 5th, and Rodrigo de Triano is 2 lengths behind him in last position as they race on now towards halfway. And Lucky Lindy, the fractional leader from Irish Memory, with Portico and the red and white colours a length back in 3rd. Zood is 4. They're followed by a brief truce, and Rodrigo de Triano remains in rear as they meet the chains now. Just 3 furlongs to race, and it's Lucky Lindy the leader from Irish Memory. Then Portico just in behind them. Brief truce beginning his run. Zood is on the inside, and Rodrigo de Triano still at the back. They're racing towards the 2 furlong pole now, and it's Lucky Lindy the leader from Zood, and then comes Portico and brief truce. Rodrigo de Triano looking for room. Irish Memory's in behind them. They race towards the final furlong. Lucky Lindy and Zood. Rodrigo de Triano charging through on the inside now. Get the gap as they come to the furlong pole, and it's Rodrigo de Triano who quickens to the lead on the far side from Zood. Brief truce. Lucky Lindy inside the final furlong. Rodrigo de Triano 2 in front. Zood is coming after him, but racing up the line, Rodrigo de Triano. It's Leicester's 16th Irish Classic, his first since Shergar back in 1981 in the Derby. Zood is 2nd, brief truce is 3rd, and 4th is Lucky Lindy, and they're followed in by Irish Memory, and Portico is last of the 6. It wasn't looking good for a while there. He had trouble finding a gap, but he moved across. The gap came, and Rodrigo de Triano quickened through in good style to win the big one and become the 4th horse to complete the English-Irish Guineas.
Back over today's trip of a mile and a quarter, 85 yards, but they break away for the Judgmont International, and through the first furlong, Ruby Tiger, Massad racing fast, Zoman up with the pace, Nasser Al Wasik runs the rail, Terrimon's in there, Seattle Rhyme is tucked off the pace, and so too is Rodrigo de Triano, and Koyonga normally held up in the last 3. Quite closely grouped, the pace strong as they go through the first furlong so, and it's Nasser Al Wasik that gains the day, in the yellow jacket, the rail, Terrimon the grey on the outside, Zoman, followed through by Bob Zayo, Dr. Devious position 5, Ruby Tiger out wide in 6, all at sea the rail 7, Massad in 8, a break of a length and a half then to the others, headed by Gussie Marlowe. Koyonga's on the outside, Seattle Rhyme, and Leicester's put Rodrigo to sleep in the back of the field. They pass the 7 pole, and it's Nasser Al Wasik by a length now. 2 in second place, Terriman, Bob Zayo the rail, Zerman out wide, a line of 3 for second place, then the Devious, Dr. Devious is in 5, they've passed the 6 furlong marker, and then Ruby Tiger out wide and all at sea and Massad, and then Koyonga and Seattle Rhyme and Gussie Marlowe, and Leicester on Rodrigo is the trailer as they come down past the 5 pole, and it's Nasser Al Wasik, Steve Cawthon out in front, Zoman just being niggled along, Bob Zayo rails well, Dr. Devious on the outside of Terriman, Koyonga Kuyonga's having to pull wide for room and wide for a run, and they're just leaving her a bit flat-footed as Al Nasser Al Bashik on the bridle, clear by 2. Here comes All at Sea with a wet sail. Dr. Devious on the outside, off the pace, and Seattle Rhyme is getting cheekily nearer. They leave the 3 behind them. Al Nasser Al Bashik, All at Sea, Dr. Devious, Seattle Rhyme back on song. Here comes Rodrigo de Triano, the blue sleeve jacket with a run. Then past the 2, Al Nasser Al Bashik, All at Sea, Rodrigo de Triano on the outside of Dr. Devious. Then Seattle Rhyme followed by Massad and Zerman. Then race down to the final furlong, and it's Rodrigo de Triano and Lester Biggett. Planetary All at Sea, the pink cap, but it's Rodrigo de Triano who lengthens and goes on. No stamina down here. He's going to see the trip out all right. Rodrigo Triano, All at Sea fighting back, but Rodrigo de Triano holds it from All at Sea second, and then in third, photo third, Seattle Rhyme and Dr. Devious, followed by Massad, Zerman, Al Nasser Al Bashik, Ruby Tiger, who was a bit disappointing, followed then by Gussie Marlowe and Terryman and Bob Zeo, and tailed off and virtually pulled up through the last furlong is the favourite Kuyonga. And so there is Kuyonga, who hardly got home at all and just trotted up in the last half a furlong or so. And so the result then, I'm sure there'll be a steward's inquiry to this race. Don't think certainly won't, in my judgment, concern the winner, but they might call a steward's inquiry.
12-1 Safem, that looks like it. All in the stalls, under orders, and they're running. And the grey Environment Friend just rather missed the break, was slow out of the stalls, and so too Rodrigo Triano, steadied right at the back of the field. And the first one to go on is Shuelan. Shuelan, after half a furlong, leads from Pollen Count now with the white cap. Right up with the pace 2 is the outsider Corrupt, and then Zahi now with a red cap, and after these midfield Massad, followed by Seattle Ryan, Lahid making ground, and the final 3 are Steinbeck for France, then Environment Friend, the only English bred, and still at the back of the field is the favourite Rodrigo Triano. They're coming towards the end of the first quarter of a mile. They're in 2 groups now, and over on the far side it's Zahi now who's gone on, Zahi from Lahib, and then Steinbeck, and over on the far side that's Rodrigo Triano as well. On the near side, Shuelan is in front. Shuelan from Pollen Count, Corrupt, Massad, and then Seattle Ryman still at the back is the grey Environment Friend. They're coming down towards the end of the 4th furlong, and still out in front is Zahi on the far side. Spot that big white noseband. Zahi in front from Steinbeck for France, and then Lahib, the second favourite, Rodrigo de Triano, and on the near side, Shuelan. They're just past halfway now in the Dubai Champion Stakes, with Zahi still leading the far side, Shuelan on the near side. It's over to you, Graham Good.
Inside the last half mile, and Zahi the red cap, and Steinbeck being ridden along. Shuheilan, the yellow colours coming there with a run. Rodrigo and Leicester getting closer on the fence. They've passed the 3, and it's still Zahi who has it from Lahib. Yellow colours is Shuheilan. Then comes Massad with a big white face, and still Leicester on Rodrigo, hunting up the leaders as they pass the 2. And it's Zahi and Lahib and Shuheilan and Rodrigo de Triano and Massad on the outside. Then Steinbeck, Environment Friend, the grey down the centre of the track, but Rodrigo is poised to go a furlong inside the final furlong. And it's Lahib and Rodrigo de Triano. That confidence in the ring matched by Leicester's confidence in the race. Lahib tries to fight back, but Rodrigo de Triano takes it by a neck to a half. Rodrigo de Triano beats Lahib. It's a very close call for third between Environment Friend and Shuheilan, and behind these came Steinbeck and Massad, and the field trail back to Pollen Count, who was last of all. Well, Lester Piggott has won this race on some good horses, Sir Ivor and Giacometti. He's ridden some confident races, but I doubt, as he has a chat there with Willie Carson, as if he's ever ridden a more confident race in his life on Rodrigo de Triano. The winner of this Group 1 Dubai Champion Stakes. The horse has won 5 Group 1 races now,